This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for February 3, 2023. And in the news this afternoon, NCB seat and fraud increases by US $136,000. The sum fleeced from National Commercial Bank's St. Anne's Bay branch has climbed by another US $136,000. The court was told Thursday that customers checked their accounts after wealth advisor Kadeen Thomas was charged with fraud and noticed irregularities. Thomas, who was granted bail during her second court appearance, is to return to court on May 10. When news of the fraud first broke, the sum in question was US $30,000. During Thomas's first court appearance, the figure was placed at US $143,000, and the court ordered her remanded to facilitate investigation into claims that 3 other clients were potentially her victims. Those claims have now added the additional US $136,000 to the amount she allegedly stole, taking the total to US $279,000, about 42.8 million Jamaican dollars. Thomas was subsequently granted bail in the sum of $5 million. According to Judge Lerona Montague Williams, bail was determined based on the sum of money that was allegedly stolen. Thomas, who was employed to NCB for 2.5 years, reportedly forged customers' signatures on a debit instrument, then debited their accounts and transferred funds to several accounts, including hers. She was charged with larceny and offenses under the Cybercrimes Act. The conditions of her bail require her to surrender all her travel documents to the court and report to the police station nearest her home 2 times per week. Ms. Thomas denies the allegations, and she's eager to have her day in court, her attorney Matthew Hyatt told the news. Testimony from gang's ex-banker could prove black man was one Don gang leader, says Sykes. The judge presiding over the one Don gang trial has signaled that if the evidence presented by the criminal network's banker and the alleged leader's personal driver is accepted, it won't be sufficient to establish that Andre Blackman Bryan was the leader of a criminal organization. The former gangster, during his testimony, gave detailed accounts of several murders and shootings, including some that were not covered in the now reduced 14-count indictment. A witness who claimed he had never seen firsthand any of the murders or shootings, but at times heard the shots, testified that Mr. Bryan had ordered those killings and had assigned different roles to his cronies while ensuring that he was updated each step of the mission. Justice Sykes pointed out on Thursday that although the evidence placed Mr. Bryan away from the scene of most of the incidents, it was clear that he was involved and played a lead role. Except for 2 of the alleged murders, the judge said it appears Mr. Bryan had an integral role either as the conceptualizer or planner. The alleged Don also appeared to have given directions or approvals for plans conceived by others. The judge, however, is yet to make a ruling on whether he finds the evidence reliable and credible. The judge, who is in week 2 of his summation of the evidence, has so far reviewed testimonies of former gangsters turned state witnesses, civilians, and police officers. Justice Sykes said he will on Friday begin the review of the secretly recorded conversations that were tendered into evidence. The trial of Andre Blackman Bryan and the 32 of his co-accused began in September 2021. 5 have since been freed on the basis of insufficient evidence. NRSC to review new Road Traffic Act. The National Road Safety Council is to review the new Road Traffic Act at its meeting scheduled for next week. There has been widespread debate on some of the regulations outlined in the new act. A major issue of concern is the requirement for a child restraint seat in taxis transporting small children. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who is the chairman of the NRSC, said he has taken note of the concerns regarding the requirement to convey a child in the appropriate child restraint system. He has also directed the Council to do weekly reviews and provide reports on the enforcement and effectiveness of the measures, as well as any concerns expressed by the public. Some transport operators have welcomed the Prime Minister's announcement of the review of the new Road Traffic Act. Edgerton Newman, president of the Transport Operators Development and Sustainable Services, said he hopes there will be changes, especially in relation to the need for taxis to be outfitted with a child seat in order to transport the small children.
Happy to hear this announcement that the Prime Minister in the next Road Safety Council will be reviewing this piece of law. It could not be that the Prime Minister want public transportation to have restrained seat, especially taxis, for children 12 years and under. So we're happy. This was quick, and we hope that the consideration in the next meeting of the Road Safety Council will be granted.
19-year-old on the run after being accused of having sex with a minor. A 19-year-old St. Elizabeth resident accused of having sex with a minor is on the run while his mother is being sought for attempting to pervert the course of justice. According to reports on January 23, the mother of a 13-year-old girl was checking the contents in her daughter's cellular telephone when she discovered that the accused was engaging in sexual intercourse with her daughter. A report was made to the police after the mother of the girl received calls and text messages from the mother of the accused, attempting to persuade her not to proceed with the matter. The man fled the community to Kingston, where his mother resides. The police further reported that the mother has refused to hand over her son. Ochurius High School principal assaulted by female student. Administrators at Ochurius High School are carrying out investigations into an incident on Thursday where the principal was physically assaulted by a female student. The incident occurred outside the principal's office. In a 27 seconds long video, the student is seen being restrained. It is not clear what triggered the assault. When contacted, the administration of the school and the regional director were tight-lipped about the incident and referred the news to the Ministry of Education. DPP to rule on charges in case of licensed firearm holder who shot a St. Thomas student. The Director of Public Prosecutions is to rule on the shooting of a St. Thomas Technical High School student by a licensed firearm holder last month. Reports are that on January 17, the firearm holder was driving along the Orange Walk main road when on reaching the vicinity of the St. Thomas Technical High School, he saw a group of boys fighting. The licensed firearm holder alighted his vehicle and reportedly witnessed one of the boys using a knife to stab at another. The man reportedly pulled his firearm and fired one round in the direction of the boys, hitting the aggressor. The firearm holder then placed the wounded boy in his vehicle and transported him to the Princess Margaret Hospital for treatment. He then visited the Morante Bay police station, where his firearm was seized and labeled for ballistics testing. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.